Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to your tutorial. Today is Friday, June the 12th, 2020. Well, I hope you have today a wonderful day. Good morning. And well, today's subject is about curious scientists, okay? Focusing on week 7 from the subject, and we're going to do pages 160 to page 162, okay? And well guys, let's start by looking at today's agenda. Okay, in today's agenda, well, it's about June the 12th, 2020, focusing on week 7 from the subject Curious Scientists, okay? And well, first we're going to look at the list of the materials for Father's Craft, okay? Today, one more time, I remind you, okay, what are the materials that you will need, okay? Also, I need you to open your book on page 160, okay, from your learning logbook, because we're going to start working there all the way to page 162. After that, also we're going to read the key language called electric cars to see what is it about, to analyze and see what is electric cars, okay? We're going to make a keyword review from page 160, okay? We're going to analyze the keywords, see how we can use them in some possible questions, okay? Questions or sentences. Today you have no homework, lucky you, okay? Because it is Friday and well, I hope that you have a wonderful day, okay? Enjoy your family, and remember and continue please on working, okay? Please try to not be behind and try to do all your activities on time, okay? So well, let's start. Okay, like I said, now we're going to see this list for the materials that you will use for the Father's Day craft, okay? Remember that the father is a special person in our house, okay? He is the Superman. He is like the captain of the house, the captain of the boat, and well, we have to give him thanks for everything that he does, okay? And try to find these materials. Remember that we want to give him a good surprise and do something with our own hands, okay? So listen for the materials, okay? The materials are scissors, foaming, okay? You will need foaming, or if you don't have foaming, then you can use fieltro, but I suggest you to use foaming, okay? It's easier. You can use the colors that you want, okay? Foaming, it could be whatever color that you want, okay? It could be black, brown, blue, red, or it could be sparkled or not with sparkles, okay? You will use also a ruler. You will use liquid glue or UHU glue, UHU glue or liquid glue. You will use markers, okay? It could be Sharpies, it could be color markers. You can use also colors, okay? You will need a pencil or pens, okay? You will need color paper or white sheet of paper. Here's my white sheet of paper, and here is my color paper, okay? You will need a ribbon. And a ring. This is the ring that you will need, okay? Remember that the ring is to put what we will do, okay? We will make this wonderful craft. So well guys, please try to acquire the materials that you don't have. If you have some of them, then perfect. Remember that it's not necessary to waste too much money, okay? Try to use recycled paper or things or materials that you have in your house, okay? Okay, now we're going to analyze this essential question that it says from this subject. It says, how does energy make things work? How does energy make things work? Okay, remember that things work using energy. So how is that possible? For example, if I grab this hand sanitizer, if I grab it, how do I make energy work? For example, if I want the hand sanitizer to come to my hands, what do I have to do? Can just the hand sanitizer come to my hand and me not moving any finger, no fingers, or just by saying it move, what do? How does energy works? Am I using energy to grab a hand sanitizer? Just think a little bit, okay? And yes, we use energy in all the things that we do. We use energy, okay, to move. I'm using energy to talk, okay? Remember that we humans, we absorb energy from the nutrients from fruits or vegetables, okay? So that's chemical energy. And so we in this subject we will analyze how does energy works with things that require energy or needs energy by a person. Okay, remember that energy can either be stored, transfer, or transform. Okay, so well guys, let's start by reading this key language. Okay, maybe this key language will help me a little bit more and understand how can energy work. Okay, in this key language, well, the title says electric cars. We're going to talk about electric cars. Okay, well, I know that the traditional cars work with gasoline, but how are electric cars? Do they exist? Okay, we're going to find this out. We're going to see what is the process of how electric cars work. Okay, so let's read and analyze this key language together. Remember that this key language gives us more information about the topic that we're going to see. Okay, also I included an extra video that maybe will help you understand this a little bit more. Okay, so well, let's start.
Electric cars. Curious scientists. When you go out into the city, you can see different types of transportation: bikes, taxis, cars, school buses, and the subway. Each one is different. Which one do you use on a daily basis? Do you know how it works? I use the car. And well, I kind of know how the cars work, not that much. Many people in Mexico use conventional cars. However, there are some cars that are much friendlier with the environment. Electric cars are also known as electric vehicles or EVs. They have engines that use electricity. In terms of appearance, electric cars and conventional cars look the same. However, they are really different from each other. Conventional cars need gasoline to make the engine work. The gas tank holds the gasoline. When you run out of gas, you go to the gas station. The engine generates populated carbon emissions into the air through a tailpipe. Electric cars move by electricity, and many of them do not have gas tanks. Without gas engines, electric cars cut down on carbon emissions. That is why people refer to them as green cars. Electric cars create less pollution than conventional cars do. However, not all electric cars have the same characteristics. There are different electric cars available. Hybrid cars have both types of engines, one for gasoline and an electric engine. There are two types. Conventional hybrids recharge their batteries by capturing the energy when they break and converting it into electricity. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles recharge their batteries by plugging them in. All electric vehicles depend on electricity completely. There are two types. Battery electric vehicles use electricity from their batteries. The battery can be charged at home from a wall outlet or from a special charging unit. It can take from 30 minutes up to a full day to recharge the battery. Fuel cell electric vehicles have a fuel cell. It is a device that combines hydrogen and oxygen gases to produce electricity. It takes only 5 minutes to fill the tank with hydrogen. These cars are almost emission-free. Not everyone buys electric cars because they cost more than regular ones. However, the prices are going down as they become more popular. In addition, people with an electric car save up to $1,000 as a year in gas, so eventually it becomes cheaper to own an electric car. Despite their price, electric cars are also used globally. In USA, in 2006, people all around the world used 1.2 million of them. In Mexico, the number of electric cars users is growing. In 2006, people bought 500, while in 2015 they bought 1,200. China, the United States, and Norway are the countries that use the most electric cars in the world. However, other nations are also taking ecological measures to reduce the impact of carbon emissions. For example, England and France will ban the use of conventional cars in 20 years. What do you think about the change? Can electric cars be a solution to current environmental problems? I think they will, and I think it's better using electric cars even though they're expensive, but they're better. I think that they should lower the prices. World treasure. Let's read these words.
Battery. Battery. Conventional car. Conventional car. Emissions. Engine. Tailpipe.
Like I always say, please take a look at the sources, okay, to grab more information about this topic. So now, guys, let's continue. These are the learning log pages that we will be working on today. We will work on page 160, 161, and 162, okay? There are 3 fabulous pages that we will be working on them. And if you notice, we're just going to work on 3 exercises, okay? So it means we're going to acquire more information than exercising, okay? Let's start by doing first page 160, that is this one right here. If you observe in this page, it has the sexual question, the concept box in color green, and your keywords. Remember that at the end we check each keyword, okay? Let's read it right now. It says devices, hammer, light bulb, nail clippers, paint pipe, and staplers. These keywords, some of them you have heard them. Devices, you know, that's related to technology. Hammer, they use it for construction. Light bulb, you use it every day to illuminate your room. Nail clippers, okay, those are the ones that we use, teachers, to gather some white sheet of papers together, okay, pen pipe, and staplers. But at the end, we're going to analyze these keywords, so don't worry about that. Let's focus first on this concept box that is in color green, and it says, there are many objects that do not need energy to function, like a table or a chair. That's funny, yes. What devices around you need energy to function? Well, right now, if I take a look around my house, the devices that need energy, well, it will be the iPad, okay, it will be the television, the fan, okay, the light bulbs, okay. In our daily lives, we use many devices that need electrical energy. For example, televisions, radios, and computers all use electricity to function. However, simple objects like scissors, nail clippers, staplers, and other non-electrical things also need energy to function. They all need the energy provided by the person who uses them. That means it's us, guys. We are the person that use these type of things. Okay, now from this part, I need you to please highlight that the simple objects like this ones, they use non-electrical energy. Okay, those non-electrical things also use energy, okay, to function. Okay, so please highlight that information. Now, according to what we just read, we're going to do this exercise on page 160, and it says, in the space below, brainstorm as many simple objects as you can that need energy provided by the person who uses them in order to function. You have right here one. What is that? That is a flashlight. So a flashlight, besides using batteries, that is energy, it also uses a person. A person needs to turn on the flashlight, therefore it will light up. So that is another device, okay, that's another type of device that will function by a person, okay? So now, in this case, you have to think really, really hard, guys, for other objects, okay, that use energy, but that needs energy provided by the person. You have to think of these objects. For example, let's think of another one. What do you think? How about a remote control? Remote control. A remote control also uses energy from battery, but besides that, it will work by someone that needs to move it. For example, also perfume. The perfume uses energy provided by me because I need to perfume my body. So I use my energy from my body to move that to push the little spray button for my perfume. And there's so many other things, guys. So think really hard, okay? Look around your house, your bedroom, your kitchen, the living room, and think of those materials that needs energy provided by you, okay? So I will give you enough time to do this activity. Let's start. Page 161. Now we're going to work on this page, okay? We're going to work on this page, and on this page you also have this green concepts box with more information related to energy. So let's do this. Let's start by reading it. And it says, here are some examples of the devices that function using energy, along with the type of energy they use, its sources, and how the energy is transformed. A light bulb needs electric energy to function, and it obtains this energy through the electrical sources to which it is connected. The light bulb transforms the electric energy into heat and light. So let's highlight light bulb, and it needs electrical energy, okay? A flashlight uses electrical electric energy to function, which it is obtained from the chemical energy stored in the batteries. That's why I was just telling you on the previous information. It uses energy from the batteries, okay? The energy is transformed into light. An electric fan needs electricity to function like a light bulb. It obtains the energy from electrical source. Electric energy is transformed into mechanical energy, the moving blades of the fan. So from electrical, it turns into mechanical, okay? Which in turn creates kinetic wind energy. A solar cooker, let's underline this. A solar cooker uses sunlight to function. The energy is transformed into light and heat energy in order to cook food. A panpipe is a musical instrument. Oh, here's the definition. Musical instrument that uses wind energy from the breath of the machine playing it. Then the wind energy changes into sound energy. You see, from wind changes to sound, and it uses energy from the machine. Water wheel. A water wheel uses energy from the movement of water, which is called hydraulical energy. The water wheel transforms the hydraulical energy into mechanical energy, which powers machinery. A bicycle functions because the person riding it provides it with energy. That is the person, okay? The food the person ate is transformed into the food that the person ate is transformed into chemical energy, and that energy is transformed into mechanical energy, allowing the person to pedal the bike. Using tools such as a hammer requires energy. Your muscles, chemical energy from nutrients turns into mechanical energy, which can be used to do work. Okay, you see how every object, all these objects that are mentioned right here, they use energy, okay? And they use energy in many ways. The energy can be stored, okay? The energy can either be transferred, okay, or transformed. There are many ways how the energy works, okay? And you see there's several types of energy. It could be transformed from one energy to another one, okay? Now, let's do this activity. This is page 161 on the bottom part. It has exercise number 2, and it says, in the following graphic organizer, draw or paste examples of devices that need energy to function. So right here, you either draw or paste. That means that you need to cut images, okay? You use these images from a recycled book, from a Nuna book, from magazines, okay? And it says paste examples of devices that need energy to function. Specify the type of energy they use and the type of energy it is transformed into. So here, you either draw, okay? You can either draw or just paste, okay? Now, you write down over here what type of energy uses. Well, you can tell me, for example, a flute, okay? In this case, let's draw a flute. So right here, let me erase this and let's draw a flute. Imagine this is my flute, okay? And this is my flute, okay? The flute uses what type of energy? Well, first it uses mechanical energy from that person, okay? So let's put right here mechanical energy. And that mechanical energy is transformed into sound energy, okay? You see how we obtain one thing from another, how the energy can be transformed. Remember, for example, it also uses chemical. Why? Because the person that plays this instrument, well, uses chemical energy that is obtained from food, and then it uses mechanical energy, okay, to play this flute. Okay, this is a flute, okay? I know it looks like a little bit weird, but well, guys, I'm trying to do my best. It's a flute. And now, from mechanical energy, it transforms into sound to produce that melody, that music, okay, that you want to listen. Now, over here, this is what you have to do, okay? I hope you understood this part. Remember that you can either draw or cut, okay? Now, for this activity, I will give you enough time to do it, okay? And remember to cut correctly your images, okay? So, well, let's start.
on this page, that is page 162, and well, first we're going to observe it. If you see, you have exercise number 3, number 4. But let's stop a little bit. On exercise number 4, well, it says teams of 3 guys. And unfortunately, well, we will not do exercise number 4, okay? So don't worry about this one. On this page, you're just going to focus on exercise number 3, okay? Now, on exercise number 3, well, it says complete the table with the corresponding information. Over here, this chart or this table is similar to the one that you did on page 161, okay? Remember that on page 161 it says draw or paste. Well, in this case, they already put the image, okay, in this chart, and you just have to observe the object. Look at the first object. This is, oh my god, this is an iPhone. And you have iPhones, and you have seen them, and they're proper. Those are popular devices. Now, this object, it says, what type of energy does it use? This object right here, what type of energy uses? Well, to turn on an object, or this type of object, uses electric energy. And where's that electric energy? Okay, that electric energy to charge its battery, okay? It uses electric energy to charge its battery, or it uses also chemical energy that is stored in the battery, okay? So it uses electric energy and what other chemical energy, okay? Now it says what type of energy it is transformed into. Now here you have to think hard. What does this do? Does it produce noise? What type of noises? Illumination? Well, that energy, you read it over here, okay? I hope you understood this part, okay? Remember that electric energy or chemical energy can be transformed into another type of energy, okay? So I will give you enough time to do this part. Please do it, okay? So let's start. keywords review. Let's check them. Let's check these keywords, which are the keywords that we'll be working on today. Analyze them and see what's their definition, okay? We're going to work on page 160. On 160 right here, if you see on this page, you have the keywords located on the right side, okay? They're this one that I'm circling right now, okay? These are the keywords that we will analyze, and well, I need you to please repeat each keyword after me from this page. And it says devices, devices, hammer, hammer, light bulb, nail clippers, pen pipe, staplers. So well guys, let's watch together what are the definitions and how can you use these words in some sentence, okay? Okay guys, the first keyword is device, okay? Device is a noun, and let's write it down. A device, guys. Well, a device is a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, okay? It's especially a piece of mechanical or a electronic equipment, okay? So let's write it down. A thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical mechanical or electronic equipment. So it's a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment, okay? How can you use this this word in a sentence? Well, really easy, okay? For example, you can see this is a measuring device. This is a measuring device, okay? It's a device that is used to measure something. I don't know, maybe you're going to measure something with centimeters, depending on the length, okay? So a device can be for measuring, or it can be an electronic device. It's adapted or made for a purpose, okay? The next keyword, well, in this case, will be hammer. Hammer is a noun, okay? And well guys, what is a hammer? Well, a hammer is a tool with a heavy metal, okay, mounted at right angles at the end of a handle, okay? It is used for jobs such as breaking things or driving the nails, okay? Especially used in construction, okay, to build something. That's when they're going to use a hammer, okay, to break things or to drive in the nails, okay, not these nails, okay, nails, the ones that are like this, okay, the little nails, okay, the ones that are in to collocate something. I put a nail here to collocate maybe a frame of a picture frame, okay? So well, it's a noun and it's a tool. Let's write down the definition, okay? this is the definition, okay? A tool with a heavy metal head mounted at right angles at the end of a handle, used for jobs such as breaking things and diving in nails, okay? For example, how can you use this word in a sentence? Well, for example, that's how you can use it. Dad uses a hammer to put on a picture frame on the wall. Okay, that means that he uses a hammer to drive in the nails, okay, on the wall. Now, the other word is light bulb. This is a common word that you use it and that everyone uses in their daily life, okay? Light bulb. Let's write it down. Light bulb is a noun, okay? And what does light bulb means? Well, light bulb means a glass, okay? A glass bulb inserted into a lamp or a stuck in a ceiling, okay? Which provides light by passing an electric current through a filament or a pocket of inert gas, okay? So let's write down the definition. Okay, this is the definition. A glass bulb into a lamp or a socket in a ceiling, which provides light by passing an electric current through a filament or a pocket of inert gas. Okay? Light bulb, this. Okay, this is your light bulb. Okay? How can you use this word in a sentence? Well, really easy. For example, Anna bought 2 light bulbs in this store. That means that she went shopping to buy these light bulbs, okay? The other keyword, well, is another easy keyword. It means nail clipper. Let's write it down. Nail clipper is a noun. And what does nail clipper mean? Well, nail clipper is a hand tool used to trim fingernails, okay? Or toenails or hangnails, okay? Let's write down the definition of this keyword. That's how. That's the definition. Okay, it's a hand tool used to trim fingernails, toenails, and hangnails. Okay. How can you use this word in a sentence? We're really easy. Let's write it down. My sister is using a nail clipper. Okay, that means that she is in the beauty salon maybe, and they're using the nail clipper. She's using it, okay, to put better or to perfection her toenails. Okay, the other word, let's write it down. The other word is pan piper or pan flute. Panpipe is a noun and it's an instrument. Panpipe is also called pan flute. Okay, this instrument is different. This instrument is a musical instrument, and well, it's based on the principle of the closed tube. Okay, it is consistent of multiple pipes of gradually increasing length. Okay, for example, here I added an image of it, but it's really cool. This instrument, they used it back then. Maybe right now it's not that common to use it, but it sounds great. Okay, let's write down the definition of this keyword. Okay, this is the definition. It is a musical instrument based on the principle of closed tube, consisting of multiple pipes of gradually increasing length. Okay, like you see on the image. How can you use this word in a sentence? We're really cool. Let's write it down. For example, Johnny creates music using his panpipe. That means that he's using this musical instrument to create a new melody. Okay, now let's find out this other keyword, this last keyword, that is stampolers. Staplers or staple is a noun, and what does staple means? Well, staple is a piece of thin wire with a long center portion and two short end pieces that are divided by a stapler through sheets of paper to fasten them together. Okay, that's when I'm going to sample this on your notebook. I'm going to use the staple that the stapler has. Okay, so let's write down the definition of this word. with a long certain portion and two short in pieces that are driven by a stapler, okay, the stapler, through sheets of paper to fasten them together, to put them together, okay? How can you use this word in a sentence? Well, for example, Mark stapled a batch of papers together. Or something like this. Mark uses staplers to staple, okay, or a batch of papers, to staple a batch of papers together. He's going to use the staples, to use it with the stapler, okay, to put together a lot or a bunch of papers, okay. This is the last keyword. I hope you understood everything. These keywords were really cool, okay, and don't forget to take a view and look or watch, please, the healthy back to school guide, okay, the tips that you have to follow, or the steps that you have to follow for a good, okay, a good healthy and take care of yourself, okay, or a healthy guide or healthy measurement, okay, to avoid having this virus, okay, coming back to school. So please take a look at the video at the end, okay, and do the activities. Healthy back to school guide. Follow these steps to be safe. Number 1, use hand sanitizer. Number 2, wash your hands with soap and water. Number 3, cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. Number 4, if you feel sick, don't go to school. Number 5, don't share your things. Number 6, no hugs, kisses, or handshake. Number 7, keep your distance. Number 8, wear your mask. A clean hand is a caring hand. Did you know proper hand hygiene is number 1 way to prevent the spread of germs? Follow these simple steps for proper hand hygiene. Soap and water. Hand sanitizer. Now you will learn how to use the proper way of using a hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. Apply to the palm of one hand like this, okay? Rub over both hands like this. You need to rub over your both hands. And you just have to, it has to cover all your hands. And you just have to let it dry, okay? That's all. Wash your hair. It's the best line of defense, okay? Washing your hair frequently for a period of time to 20 to 30 seconds. And while you're doing it, try to sing a song, a short song, okay? Now, remember that washing hair is really important. You need to do it before eating, okay? After going to the bathroom, okay? After touching an animal, after touching the garbage, okay, any garbage, after handling or touching a pet or pet food, okay, you need to do it also after blowing your nose, okay, your nose, coughing, or sneezing your nose, okay. You need to always wash those hands. They're really important to keep them clean, okay, and to keep them safe. So let's watch this video how to wash your hands. You should wash your hands for the amount of time it takes to sing happy birthday, 20 seconds. Wet your hands with water. Apply enough soap to cover your hands. Rub your hands together and use one hand to rub back the other hand and clean between your fingers. Do the same with other hand. Then rub your hands back to your fingers against your palms. Then rub your thumb using your other hand. Do the same with the other thumb. Then rub the tips of your fingers on the thumb of your other hand. Rinse your hands with enough water. Dry your hands completely with a towel. And then use the towel to turn off the tap. And you're ready to start your day. The proper ways of coughing. Okay, the proper ways of coughing, well, you have to use a clean tissue, okay, to wipe my runny nose. Now, you have to cover your cough. How do you cover your cough? Well, use your elbow to cough like that, or grab a tissue, okay, to cover your cough, okay? Remember to use clean tissues. Now, if you want to sneeze, you need to grab a tissue and sneeze like this, okay? These papers that you use while you were running your nose, cleaning your nose, while you were coughing and while you were sneezing, you need to throw these tissues in the bin, okay? And after all that process, you need to wash your hands, okay? Okay guys, these facts are also important. Now that we're going to go back to school, you need to know that you have to mark or keep your distance, okay? Your distance has to be 1 meter, okay, or 2 meters maximum. Remember that we have to avoid the social distance. We have to keep the social distancing, okay? And avoid sharing food. Don't share your food. Don't share your personal items, personal things like your sweaters, like your pencils, pencil case, okay? And don't hug, no hugs and no handshaking, okay? We need to avoid that to avoid the germs. Now, also you need to avoid sharing your drinks, your bottle of water or your juices. You need to avoid that. You keep your things by yourself, you protect your things, okay? And stop sharing. It's the purpose of this is to maintain your body safe, maintain your health safe, and avoid sharing germs with your classmates. If you don't feel well, then don't go to school. If you feel like your nose is running, if you feel like you have a sore throat, okay, like this person right here, this little image, he has a sore throat, he's coughing, he has maybe the flu, he has a headache, or if your eyes are watering, if you feel bad, okay, if you don't feel well, then please don't go to school. Report to the school, to the coordinators, and that you will not be able to go to school. Why? The purpose of this is to avoid getting your classmates also sick, okay? How to put on, use, take off, and dispose of a mask. Okay. Now I will show you right here how to put or use a mask, okay? Well, what do? First, you need to wash your hands before putting your mask on, okay? Now that your hands are clean, then you're going to grab your mask from the band loose, okay? From the band loose, from right here, you're going to grab it, okay? And you're going to open it, put it in your on your ears, like this, and now you're going to grab it from here, and that's all. Here I am safe, okay? I have a guarantee protect and avoid from spitting, okay? Now if you want to take it off, then you grab it from your band loose, you grab it like this, and here you put it in the trash bin, okay? Trash bin, or you put it away, okay? And then if you're going to use it one more time, then wash your hands and remember to grab it from here, okay? Now, the don'ts that you don't have to do this. The guarantee protect is like this. This is a guarantee protection, okay? This is all protection. Your nose is protected, your mouth is protected. Like this is not protection, no protection. Like this is not protection, okay? You need to wear your mask covering your nose and your mouth. Okay? Remember to take it off from here, okay? So those are the proper ways or the proper use of wearing a mask. Remember to always keep your mask on. And well, why to keep your mask on? Because do your part of your wear mask, okay? My mask is my protection. It protects you and it protects me, okay? So like it says on the image, my mask protects you and your mask protects me, okay? So well guys, this is all from a good healthy, okay, of taking care of yourself. And remember to always follow other steps, okay? Take care of yourself, okay? And if you take care of yourself, everyone is going to take care of themselves and be safe, okay? So please follow every step.